Howdy, everyone. Paul McMahon here from Forex Smart Trade. It is Thursday, October, what day is today? 5th, Thursday, October 5th. And we are here for the Thursday tip-top referral trade at Forex Smart Trade. Our goal is to help people become financially independent, and we do that by teaching them how to trade with our super accurate proprietary trading indicators and our best in the business one-on-one training. We are so confident in how well our indicators work and our ability to train you to use them successfully. We have a guarantee, and that guarantee is we will let you trade company money once you have been trained on how to use them. The Thursday tip-top trade is generally a special event for people who are trading with us and who have provided us for referrals. So we are giving a special session where we do an analysis. We get better by watching good traders trade. I am a good trader, so by watching me and following what I do, hopefully I can help improve your trading. With that, let us get going. On this session, I do take questions, and I use primarily two trading signals to make my analysis. One is something called the 10-point trade, and the second is, if we have time toward the top of the hour, we will use the thick orange line trade. Although at this time of day, the thick orange line trade isn't quite as accurate as I like. So unless it's a really, really good signal, we'll pass. So with that, let us start our day, and we start by first giving a disclosure that trading is risky.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange and futures trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
All right, the kill the party guy. Let us move forward. I like to, for those of you who know me, oh, come on. For those of you who know me, I like to trade off of a checklist. When I start my day, which started many hours ago, I like to check that my charts are live. These are our indicators, and to see that they're live, I look up in the top left corner here and to check that it's green, and I look down on the bottom right hand corner to see that it is live. I can go back in time to do back testing by back clicking, and I know I'm not live when this is red. So we want to go get a current chart, and then I want to also check that my connection to the broker so that I can execute the trade. So we're using two different programs, one to do our analysis, one to do our trading. CoinX is live, and I know it's live because I can see these numbers bouncing around. So everything is good there. Review the previous days. When I start, I like to go back and kind of think about what I did the previous day. If anything, I could do better. As we didn't trade yesterday, we're not going to do that today. Fundamental analysis, we are technical traders. We do not trade on news, but we want to know what the news is, because if there's a news item coming up, we want to stay away from it. So I typically get my news from Forex Factory, forexfactory.com. And scrolling through today's items, I am concerned about red folders. Red folders are items that are expected to have a high impact versus a yellow, which is a low impact, and then orange is a medium impact. This morning on East Coast time, there was a bunch of stuff on the pound. This morning there was a few things on unemployment claims, farm labor costs, non-farm productivity. But at 3 o'clock, the Federal Reserve is putting out, its open market committee is putting out a statement that is expected to move the market. We are at 11:30, so any trade I take, I'd like to be out of by 1 or at least before this time. I do not want to be holding a position when this news hits. And you can see Federal Reserve funds rate is also coming. So I've got a red and an orange, and then another red where they're going to have a press conference to talk about what they announce. This is something that comes up 8 times a year. So it is significant. So we want to think about that when we're taking a trade on the dollar. So with that, let's go into our technical analysis. So using the 10-point trade, there are 3 parts to my chart. If you're not familiar, this middle section is the majors and minors. This bottom section is the pressure, and this top pressure is the TNT. I am going to start with the majors and minors. Red and green lines are catch major movements. Black and gray catch minor movements. When ideally, I'd like to see all of them moving together. When they don't, I am going to focus on what the red and green are doing. Red horizontal line is the oversold line. Blue horizontal line is the overbought line. So I am looking for situations where we either oversold or overbought. And then I want to find a scenario where when we're oversold, the lines are starting to point up. So I am expecting, so it's telling me that there's a turnaround and the market's going to go up versus a situation where I'm overbought. I want to see the lines going down. So let's take a look. Euro dollar oversold and going down. The minors have started to turn, but the majors aren't there yet. Pound dollar, I am overbought, but the minors aren't going down. Majors are more sideways than down. I'd like to see this line a little steeper in the slope. Let's see here. AUD, USD, lines are going down. Overbought lines are going down. So I like this. I ideally like to see the red and green a little steeper, but we'll take it. So once I have, so I've got 3 points here. 1, that's overbought. 2, that both lines are going down. And 3, I've got red crossing over green and black crossing over gray. Going to then go to my TNTs, and I want to count how many lines are going in the right direction. The 2 orange lines are going down, which means down. The blue lines are inversely related. So dotted blue is going down, which means up. Thick blue is going up, which means down. So I'm getting 3 out of the 4 here telling me that I've got a down movement. So it's consistent with my majors and minors. And I need at least 3 to kind of go on to my next test. There are 3 tests here. The first is the majors and minors. The second is the TNTs. And the third is the pressure. And the pressure here is going up, but my red line, which indicating my sells, is on top. So I've got I've got a point there for that. And we'll also notice that the lines are diverging. They're separating as they go up. So that to me means it's about to roll. So it should start coming down. So since I have 7 points, 3 here, 3 here, 1 here, I want to get a little bit more detail before I decide if the trade is worthwhile. This is off of a 60-minute chart on the AUD USD. So I want to get the full chart. So I am going to open up an AUD USD. And I do not have an AUD USD. Let's see, open chart book. AUD USD. Let's see. What the heck? 2020. Let's take this one. Charts are loading. And first thing I want to take a look at is where is my support and resistance. And if we go back to my checklist, I want to know what the trend is, where the support and resistance are, and what the channels are. So I have support and resistance marked on here. We are sitting right below a resistance line. In the last day, we've got an uptrend. Why do I want to know? I want to know what the trend is, because if I'm taking a buy trade in an up market, I am apt to take more pips than I would be if I'm taking a sell in an up market. So we've got kind of an uptrend here. And I want to see, oops, wrong one. I want to see how many, it's been a while since I've traded this. I just want to make sure where my lines are. So this is 80 pips, which is kind of a lot. When I just crunch this up a little bit, take this line off. Usually on a 1 hour chart, I expect the support and resistance lines to be about 30 pips apart. So I'm just going to add a couple more. I'm going to add a line right, I think, on this Fibonacci line. We're bouncing there. We bounced in here. We bounced in here, bounced in here. And let me, these Fibonacci lines are actually pretty right on. So we will use them. Let me see if we get one more in here. Let me use that. So we're sitting here and we have, how many pips do we have till we hit this? We've got about 24, 25 pips till we hit that next line. So 25 pips. I've got an up movement. On the let's see. So down, down, down. Notice this has kind of gone flat since we've been looking at it. Red up pressure, red just crossed on top. Sideways on the majors and minors. Overbought, hasn't turned yet. On the 1 day, we're still going up. On the 5 minute, we are going up. I do not, let's just fix this a little bit. I don't like this, even though we're sitting right at the top. I don't like it because the majors and minors aren't steep enough. Majors and minors aren't steep enough here to take this trade. I'd like to see this steeper. And actually, I'm going to just reorganize this a little bit. I am going to, let's see, I don't need the 15. Move this over here. Move this over here. Somebody keeps calling me, so what we're going to do is we're going to just turn the phone off because it's getting annoying. Sorry about that. 1, the 5, and the 30. All right, so this is more how I like to look at it. It's been a while. Everybody's got a little idiosyncrasies on how they like to look at their charts. Yeah, I just don't like this enough. This line isn't steep enough. So let's see what else we've got. So part 1 of the analysis was to look for the signal. And I had 7 of the 10 points. But when I looked at the more detailed chart, I wasn't happy with it. And we can see that just even while we looked at it, this was a little steeper than when we first looked at it. It's gone flat. And as it goes more flat, that means less of a chance of the move I'm looking for. A USD CHF, I am in the middle of the channel. USD JPY oversold, but the indicators haven't turned up yet. USD Canadian oversold. The indicators are pointed up and double crossed. So I've got all 3 conditions here. So I like this. When I look at my majors and minors, my TNTs, my 2 orange lines are going up. My thick blue is coming down. When blue comes down, that means up. My dotted blue is going up. So I've got 3 of the 4 here. And I have got down pressure with green on top. Green on top gives me a point. And again, the lines are diverging, telling me that at some point in the future, I expect a roll here. So with that, let us open up that chart. So I'm going to save this chart. Save. And I'm going to change this chart into a USD CAD by changing the symbol. USD CAD. Click apply. Changes all my charts. And I'm going to USD CAD. First thing I want to do, again, I want to know where my support and resistance are and the trend. So I'm going to tighten this up a little bit and pull it together. Now, if it's a pair that I trade a lot, I will have already had these lines drawn on here. but I don't trade this that often, so you can see the chart hasn't been calculated to fix. So right here, there's some touching. Right here, there's some touching. Right here. Let us. Right in here, there's some touching. Right here, right in here, right in here. Take one below. Right here, and let's get one. Well, right now I got. Now let's spread this back out. Take a look. So what are we seeing? The last 2 days, we've got a downtrend, and really could argue that the last 4 days, all of this week, there's been a downtrend. Down, 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 bounced back up, hit the top, broke out of the top, then came back, and is coming back down. So we're trading in a downtrend. I have 37 pips till I hit this resistance line, and 17 pips till I hit the support line. Let's see, so we've got an up move on the 2-hour chart, strong down pressure. Green is just about to cross over. I've got the majors and minors. The minors are pointing up. The majors are about to point up. On the 2-hour chart, excuse me, the 4-hour chart, I've got the minors turned up. Majors haven't committed yet. Pressure is still strong down, but green's on top. And on the day chart, we are oversold, and everybody's still pointing down. Down pressure with a big gap. 30-minute chart, everybody's pointing up. Green's on top, and these are starting to spread just a little bit more. On the 5-minute, green is starting to go sideways. It looks like we may get a little pullback here before taking the trade. 1, 2, 3. Well, I like the buy here and the fact that this is diverging. 30 minutes, we've got to push up, and these are starting to cross and go up. So I think this is a buy, and I would take it for gosh darn it, I can't see. Let's do it this way. 25. I would take this for 10 pips. I like this for 10 pips. So let's go ahead and do that. Open up my trading chart. USD CAD is right here. I'm going to open it up. I am going to click New Order on the second row here. Opens up my trading chart in terms of good risk and money management. This is a demo account. It's got 7,900 in it. I can have 2 open trades at 0.79. So I'm going to change my lot size to 0.79. Basically, I'm moving the decimal place over 4 spots, and I'm going to take a market buy. I'm going to right-click. It records the transaction under here, and I need to tell the broker what I want for a stop loss and take profit. modify 10 pips. 10 pips equals 100 points. So I'm going to change this, and it will do the math for me. And right now I'm going to put in 5.5 times, but I want to go back to our chart and take a look on where the support and resistance are. So I'm going to open this back up. I like to go 2 support and resistances away. So if I were to go 2 support and resistance away, I would come right under here. Here's one support, and here's a second support. So I want to be at about 1.2989. 1.2989. Let us go back. 1.2989. So we're a little bit above that at 2993. So I'm going to leave it there. I am going to leave it there. And that should be good. So we've taken one trade, a buy on USD Canadian for 10 pips. Let us see if we've got anything else before the half hour is gone. I'm going to take a look and see if we have a thick orange line trade. Thick orange line trade, I am looking for this number here in the orange box to be 0 or minus 100. When this is minus 100, it is telling me, so this is a different trade. This is telling me that based on how this the orange line is scaled, we do not believe there's any more down in the movement. But to be a good trader, I want that high accuracy, and to have that high accuracy, I want something that confirms that number to me. So to confirm it, I am going to look to my majors and minors, and I want to see all 4 lines well below the red line. So my majors are, my minors have started to turn, so I do have the criteria. So let's go ahead and take a 5 pip buy. The reason I'm taking 5 pips and I don't have to do that additional analysis is we have tested this significantly. When we see this, and it's right before the top of the hour, we've got 1 minute left, 1 minute 30 left before the top of the hour. We know there's going to be a little bit of a bounce when the top of the hour hits. So we want to take advantage of that bounce and take the 5 pips. So let's go back here. Let us go open up the Euro USD. New order. It is going to be a buy, 0.79 buy, and it's good for 5 pips. So I need to put in my take profit and stop loss. So I'm going to modify. So I'm going to change this to 50. 50 points is 5 pips. And for the stop on this, I'm only going to use 200, 4 times. And I'm using 4 times based on, we've calculated the success factor or the success percentage, and it's a little over 90. And based on that, 200 stop loss lets me profitably take this. If I win 9 out of 10 of my trades for 50 or for 5 pips, that's 45 pips. If I lose 1 trade for 20 pips, I'm ahead 25 pips at the end of the day. So let's put that in there. And the hour just changed. I want to confirm. I want to just confirm. And you'll notice that last hour, we were at minus 100, top of the hour. And as we moved into this hour, it jumped by 12. So to me, that tells me that we're going to get some rebound. And we should be able to get 5 points out of it within the next 1 to 3 hours. Okay, great. Thank you for attending. We took 2 trades today. And we will see how they do when we come back next week. Any questions? Let's take a look. Any questions? No questions. Appreciate you being here. We're here to help make you become successful traders. You got a friend in the business. If you got any questions, give me a call and we'll get it taken care of. Thanks so much. See you next week. Bye-bye.